This is my presentation of learning on my first semester at MPX, and yeah, so I'm Ian Gard, and I joined MPX because I thought it was going to be a different experience. I didn't really want to do standard learning as we did for through elementary school and middle school, because that got boring, and the curriculum is the same thing, reading out of the textbook and writing essays. So joining MPX for me was just getting something new and getting life experiences, because this is the only way you learn what you're gonna do in real life in school. So the story is I'm gonna be a boxer for my for the plot, and for boxers they have new fights every week, and for each fight they have an opponent, and they know that opponent, and to beat that opponent they have to learn and then apply the skills that they were taught to beat them. And each fight for me is gonna be one of the obstacles I had in MPX. So my first obstacle is infographics, and these are the future for advertising and stuff. New companies these days, they use their billboards and stuff are getting old, and infographics are easy to look at. They get a lot of information across, and you can put them a lot of places. So to learn how to do infographics, infographics isn't really a skill, but it's a skill doing infographics that helps me through school. So when you're doing infographics, first you have to research about your topic, and that's not very easy. So learning that was a skill I needed to work on, because usually I don't like to research. That's something I don't like to do. Then you got to figure out how to take the information you research and put it into a very detailed but small, not very many words, and then put it and organize it within a central theme. The POL, we have a story, you have to do that for the infographics. And it needs to be appealing and stuff to the eye, so you have to do colorful, you have to make it interesting, such as these. So this was my first infographic of the year. That was on Fahrenheit 451, and that one was learning. And then we went to our sustainability and why plants need water. That one we didn't finish because we didn't have enough time, but that one we could have made that one really good. And then this was one of the later ones we did. So yeah. Then the second fight, or the next obstacle I had, or was an obstacle throughout the whole semester, was time management. It's also known as procrastination, and it's because we have a lot of we have iPads, and with technology you can download so many games and apps that it's you could go through the whole period without doing any work and just playing games. So, and this is because in MPX we have less supervision, which I think is good because it teaches you how to manage your time, versus in regular classes they tell you you have to do something, and they're looking over your shoulder to make sure you can't go on apps and stuff. But in MPX we have the freedom to be doing what we want, and we don't really have set deadlines until later on. So it really makes you think about procrastination and time management with less supervision, and I really think that we have to, in MPX, we have to manage our time better. So yeah. My third obstacle was reading. This is I said it's reading and understanding, but this also comes down to communication. So we had to read the book This Is Endangered, and we also had Fahrenheit, or no, the Odyssey, and we had to read the books and annotate. And with annotation, it helps you understand, but then we had to do our Socratic circles, and that comes down to communication, where you have to read and then you have to understand what you read to be able to communicate it to other people. I feel that's a good skill, because just in life, my dad, he's a salesman, and he works in the hospital, and he has to read heart rhythms and stuff, and be able to understand what they're doing and communicate it. So to me, this is a beginning step of what people do in the real world. Yeah. And my fourth thing is cooking. This is just a skill that is good to know how to do. It's not really important for school, but it's cool that I think it's very cool that we learn it in MPX, because regular classes you never learn safe in the kitchen because at home sometimes my mom wants me to cook, but now like after this course I know I'm gonna be able to cook good dishes because my mom's a really good cook, so I'm not gonna like be struggling when she tells me to go cook. The fifth thing we did, which to me was the hardest thing, was designing and building a plant table and hydroponic system. This took the longest and took the most time out, and that's why we're doing it for a year-long project. Because I'm like really good at math and stuff. So when I get older, I'm looking for like architect and design is gonna be my job. So to me, this is like where I spent the most time for me because it's what I'm gonna possibly pursue as a career for myself. So learning how to design and make blueprints of plant table, which was our hospital where we take care of we were taking care of plants and stuff, is real important. And then the hydroponic system, I'm the architect and builder for our group, so I took the lead on building and engineering it. And that was really cool for me because I really learned how, and we just did remodel my house, so I saw what real people did and how they did it with all their real high tech apps, and then they had to bring huge machines in to do different things. We just used the small tools, but still, it was just nice to be able to do it myself because I wanted to do some things they were doing, but I never had time because we had school. I was gonna drive some of the tractors and stuff, but it was cool. And then this is all focused around sustainability, which is really important in the modern world because we have so many people, I don't know, 8 billion or something, and that's a lot, too many people for the world, I think. And the only way we're gonna be able to survive as a race is gonna be if we have hydroponic system, which is the future of farming, and to be able to put a lot of plants in small spaces where everyone's gardening themselves in their own apartments. So this is my family now wants me to build a hydroponic system for them, which I think is cool because I think it can start a trend, and if we start a trend, then it'll just help out buying local and raising our economy to become a better society. Yeah. Thank you.
Ian, what was the most pleasurable part of the QL process for you?
Reflecting back on the semester and seeing what I learned and really trying to figure out if this system was, or if NPX program was worth taking to learn all that stuff, and I feel that it's good and I learned everything or more than what the people in standard learned. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.